Okay, you're all set, Robert.
Okay, great, great. Good evening. My name is Robert Olmos. We're going to talk a little bit about apprenticeship essentials. Cynthia Frelia works for us at College Depot. So we have some great presenters. We're going to talk a little bit about what apprenticeships are, and then we'll talk, we have presenters that talk about specific programs. For example, like the Euro program, the IT program at Gateway, a program at Glendale Community College. So it's going to be some great information we're going to talk about. So that's kind of, then at the very end is going to be Q&A, question and answers from the public. Okay? And also this is recorded, so you also have a chance to see this in the next couple of days.
And then if I can ask everyone to have their mute on until the presenters are ready to speak, then that will be helpful for us as well.
Thank you, Cynthia.
Oh. Okay, so College Depot, we are a full service college resource center, which includes one-on-one college planning and apprenticeship planning. We develop a customized plan for each and every student and what options are available and how to enroll in all their options. We also include GED and high school connections. And then we are open Monday, Fridays, and Saturdays, 9 to 5, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays, 11 to 7, and then we are closed on Saturdays. We are available for limited in-person assistance, but we do have over the phone and virtual assistance like a video chat as we are doing here, but more of a one-on-one.
So now I really want to talk about 10 things that require zero talent. I seen this a couple months ago. I thought that was pretty neat. So it doesn't mention about intelligence or GPA or anything like that. If you do these things well, you'll be hireable no matter what career you choose to go into. For example, being on time. That's key working in a team environment. Your work ethic, effort, body language, energy, attitude, passion, being coachable, doing extra, being prepared. So that's why we put this on this slide to let you know if you have these, you're going to be employable no matter where you go. And who doesn't want an employee that has these traits? I would hire this person in a heartbeat. We could always train that person in a particular skill set. But if they don't have um, these um, these characteristics, they might not be successful. That's why we put this on here. Go. Then next.
So, what is an apprenticeship? It's a paid career preparedness courses. There's no experience needed, and there's classroom credits or lessons, and you could get college credits and could lead to a degree, like an associate's degree. It's not just classroom lessons, it is also hands-on experience.
Mhm. And why consider an apprenticeship? Skills you can use on a regular basis. A paycheck while you learn. Great opportunities to secure future. As you can see on the screen, my electrician drives a Porsche. So a lot of the apprenticeships, they pay pretty well. And not just a paycheck, but benefits as well, medical, dental. It's actually a career. It's not just a job, it's a career field. Oops. Yeah, unmute yourself, Cynthia. Yeah. Yeah. So Cynthia, unmute yourself, please.
Oops. Um, so some of the career options, most well-known career options are construction. So the process of constructing and building building or infrastructure, then carpentry, constructing, erecting, installing, or repairing structures and fixtures made from wood, or such as concrete forms.
Mhm. And other career options are heavy equipment operator. They operate power construction, bulldozers, scrapers, compressors, electrician, install, maintain, and repair electrical wiring. But now, in a little bit, we have some IT apprenticeships there at Gateway Community College, which Jessica is going to be talking about in a matter of minutes. Okay.
So some of the advantages to a registered apprenticeship is that, like Robert was saying, you do get a guaranteed paycheck, and it does increase over time, depending on your skill levels. And then you possibly have little to no educational debt on top of that. You also receive that hands-on career training. So there's construction, healthcare, cybersecurity. Um, there's so many different options nowadays, not just the ones that are most well known. Um, you can also have that potential of earning the college credits, getting associates. Sometimes you can get a bachelor's degree as well. And for most of the cases, the employers pay for your education. Um, it is dependent on each employer, though. After graduation, you'll be a certified, you'd get your certification, and you can take that anywhere in the US and sometimes out of the country as well. Um, so, being in a registered apprenticeship program is very essential.
Cool. And then some of the apprenticeships facts. Apprenticeships earn an average starting salary of $50,000 a year while gaining an equivalent to a 2-year or 4-year college degree. So that's not bad to start off with. Workers who complete an apprenticeship program earn 300,000 over a lifetime than peers that did not complete the apprenticeship program. So that is huge. There are over 400,000 registered apprenticeships nationwide in more than 1,000 occupations. So as you can see, there's opportunities for people.
So here's a list of examples of different apprenticeship types. So as you can see from this PowerPoint, there are so many different ones. They go into some arts, the construction, education, business, healthcare, and there's even more. So there's engineering, leisure, retail, and IT, as Robert was saying as well.
Yes. And this is across the United States, not just in Arizona, but across the United States. These are some opportunities across the United States. And then FAQs, how long is the training? For most programs, we're talking about most programs, they're between 3 and 4 years in length. Our apprenticeships required to attend school. Well, actually, most programs require approximately 144 hours of related technical instruction per year combined with on-the-job learning experience. Kind of pressures earn college credit for the registered apprenticeship experience. Of course, community and technical colleges offer college credit for the required related instructions in many registered apprenticeship programs. So in a little bit, we're going to talk about the Construction Trades Institute at Southmont Community College, which is fantastic program. And yeah, it's one semester, but the presenter will talk about that in a number of minutes.
And then some more questions, or some more are questions and answers. What are the age limits for apprenticeship? The minimum age is normally 18 years, but there are no upper age limits. As long as you can do the job, then you can be hired in an apprenticeship. Are apprenticeships paid? Yes. Wage increase progressively with skills earned. And then what are the minimum educational requirements or experience for a registered apprenticeship. There's no experience required. Applicants just need to have a high school diploma or GED certificate, and then some occupations do require a specific subject test like algebra or blueprint reading, something along the lines with workshop, working in the workshop.
So more of FAQs. Do you have to join? Do you have to join a union to be registered in a registered apprenticeships? No, Arizona has both union and non-union. So what costs are associated with registered apprenticeships may be considered for eligible clients through the workforce investment system. So funds can be used to provide the cost of tuition, books, supplies, fees, uniforms, tools, and other items needed. You need to contact your Arizona Workforce Connection office for more specific information about this. But there are resources for people that want to go into the apprenticeship opportunities.
And then just references that we had, and then if Robert, if you wanted to speak about the apprenticeship and internship information.
Yeah. The Compression Trade Institute. I just talked about that. Actually, we have a guest presenter that's going to be talking more about that, but I'm just going to give you a quick synopsis. You could earn a certificate in carpentry, framing, plumbing, electrical in one semester, 16 total credits, and you could receive a Pell Grant to pay for these classes. You only attend once a week, hands-on. The rest is all virtual. So upon completion of the program, students are then guaranteed an entry with one of our 4 industry partners, which is brewer companies, 3D Construction, Haskins Electric, McCarthy Building Companies. So also there's some other tech apprenticeship opportunities listed there. DES has organizations are accepting applications for these different apprenticeships throughout Arizona. And then, of course, Gateway has a multitude of degrees, certificates in HVAC, to name a few, auto service, sheet metal, carpentry, and IT as well.
Okay, and that's just some of College Depot's information, where we're located, phone number, and website. And then we will be moving on to the next presenter.
Yes, our first presenter is Shana Hornstein from Glendale Community College. She has an excellent program that she's going to share with you for the next 10 minutes or so. Do you have a PowerPoint? Okay. Yes.
All right, we can see the PowerPoint?
Yes.
Okay, great. All right, so my name's Shana Hornstein, and my question for you, to shift a little bit from some of the topics that were discussed in this first presentation, is to ask if anyone here is interested in a helping profession. Maybe you've thought about medicine or nursing, or maybe you've thought about physical therapy or speech therapy or social work or something like that. So this presentation, I hope, is for you. So I want to ask, have you thought about working with people with disabilities? Now, there's more to working with people with disabilities than just working in schools. I think a lot of people assume the only way to work with people with disabilities is in a special education classroom in a public school, but there's really so many more career options in this field. There are home-based services, and I'll go through some of the job titles that you could search for that are home-based. The first is respite care, and this is sort of a specialized babysitting service because kids with disabilities might have some different needs than kids without disabilities when it comes to a babysitter coming over so that the parents or the other family members could go elsewhere. So that's respite care, and it's paid for by the state. And so you're part of an agency that you're hired through, and you can provide weekly or monthly services to different families that need respite care. We also have habilitation. You've probably heard the word rehabilitation before in connection to maybe drug addiction, but this is habilitation. We don't have to redo anything. This is learning skills in the first place. And so you would go to the home of your client with a disability, and you would work with them on how to cook something or clean something, leisure skills, social skills, those kinds of things in the home and out in the community. There's also behavior coaching, which is where you're helping the family. Maybe the parents need to implement a particular behavior plan to help their child learn appropriate behavior, and you're coaching the parents on how to execute that plan. Then we have behavior technicians. Behavior technicians are using the science of applied behavior analysis to teach communication skills, social skills, cognitive skills to young children, usually on the autism spectrum. And that is a skilled position that can move up with further degrees. And it's a great job because it starts out higher than minimum wage. It's about $15 to $20 an hour for a behavior technician position. And then finally, adults with disabilities. We think a lot about kids with disabilities, but they do grow into adults, and often they live in what we call a group home, where they have a number of residents with disabilities, and then there are staff that come through on 8-hour shifts to help them with their daily routines, and also to sometimes take them out for fun activities in the community. And so there are always companies looking for group home staff. If you wanted to have more of a Monday through Friday kind of typical workday schedule, there are day programs in contrast to these home-based services, where you go to a clinic or a center and you're working with a bunch of individuals with disabilities and have other fellow staff working there with you. So the behavior technician job that I mentioned before also sometimes is located at a center with very young children that aren't in school yet. And then there's also adult day programs, because some adults with disabilities are not able to work and their families still need them to go somewhere during the day and to be intellectually stimulated and have social interaction with peers. And so they'll have a bunch of different classes: art, music, theater, science, whatever, cooking, whatever they want to do, and they spend their time doing all those different activities through the day, and there are staff working there with them. There's also job coaching. This is where adults with disabilities who are getting a job but need more support than a person without a disability in learning how to do that job has a coach come with them to help them learn all the different pieces of their job. So you're kind of a shadow to help them as they're training for a longer period of time in how to do their job. So job coaching is another option. So can you start working in this field now? As we saw in the earlier presentation, most of the time the minimum age is 18, and so many of you could start working in this field now. If you're interested in psychology, if maybe you took psychology in high school, or if you've started college classes, you've taken Psychology 101, you think it's kind of interesting, you get to use those principles in these jobs. They ask you to take data and to apply some of those psychological principles. So if that's something that you would find interesting, or that you think could be helpful in a future job or career path, getting that experience saying, I know how to do this, would be really helpful. This is also a very flexible schedule, particularly the home-based programs that I talked about. That can be a 2 to 3 hour shift working one-on-one with a client in their home. And so that's really nice for college students, where they have a couple college classes at this time of the day, and then they have an open window, but not quite enough for an 8-hour shift. And so you could have these 2 to 3 hour shifts with home-based clients that fits into all the holes in your schedule around all the college classes that you're taking. So it's really flexible and can shift each semester when your schedule shifts. It really works well in the college student lifestyle. And the behavior technician position, as well as some of the other jobs that I talked about, are everywhere in the United States, and they're always hiring. And there are even places outside of the United States. I'm on some Facebook groups for job ads, and you occasionally see job ads for a family in Saudi Arabia or in Switzerland that are hiring for somebody to come and work with their child with a disability in their home. So this is a job that you can take elsewhere if you move outside of Arizona. So how do you get started? Well, I teach the Developmental Disabilities Specialist Certificate Program at Glendale Community College. So while you could apply for these jobs if you're 18 years old and maybe you've got some babysitting experience or experience with children without disabilities, if you wanted to learn more and really start on a career path and you're planning on going to any of the Maricopa community colleges, then you could consider taking the courses in this certificate. You can take them even if your main campus for community college is one of the other campuses like Mesa or Phoenix or South Mountain. You can also take classes from Glendale Community College, and these classes will help you with the research on how best to work with people with disabilities to teach them the most skills. We have 6 courses, including an internship. It's a little bit different from the apprenticeship that was just discussed, but there's some overlap. Most people use their paid jobs for their internship, and I'm helping a number of students right now get ready for fall semester to get hired with a local company to use that job for their internship, but stay with that company after the fall semester is over and they've completed their internship and the certificate program. So I have a link here to the requirements of the program. And then I also have my contact information here. So even if you're not necessarily going to take the certificate courses, but you're just really interested in this career area, I encourage you to look up some of the job titles that I spoke about here today and reach out to me and I can help you to get your way into this wonderful, rewarding career. So I'll be around at the end if anyone has any questions. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shayna. Thanks for that great information. So the next person is Jessica Brosillo. So
I'm not.
from Gateway Community College.
How do I stop sharing? I'm sorry. I just need to know how to stop sharing.
You hit the same button that you did to share.
I did that, and now I don't know what to click on next.
Let me just take control.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hold on.
It's okay, Shayna. We're part of the same family.
You're doing so well. I don't see anything that says stop share.
Buddy. There.
Okay, well, I'll go ahead and see if I can share my content then. Are you guys seeing that technology support specialist?
Yes, you're good.
Okay, let me get into present mode here. Try that one more time. There we go. All right. Well, I am Jessica Brosillo. I am the Apprenticeships Manager from Gateway Community College. Thank you so much for having me here today. I'm so excited to talk about the Technology Support Specialist Apprenticeship that is brand new for Gateway Community College. And if you hear my dogs going crazy in the background, much apologies. My son just left the house without them, and that is very traumatic for my 2 little dogs. So they're gonna be okay, but it might take a minute. So it is absolutely true that Gateway already has several more traditional apprenticeships. We've got construction carpentry, we've got HVAC, we've got paint and drywall, millwrighting, and electrician. And we've had those for many, many years. But as I said, this brand new apprenticeship is all focused on IT. I don't have too much time, so I'm not gonna go over every single slide, but you guys know from that great information that College Depot just provided, every apprenticeship really is a combination of that classroom learning plus earning an industry credential that leads directly into a paid job. And that is what makes it so attractive for so many of our students, is that that job is built right in. So Tech Support Specialist Apprenticeship is a U.S. Department of Labor state registered apprenticeship, and it's a 1-year commitment. And that 1 year includes about 14 weeks of in-class learning in person at Gateway Community College's Central City campus. And then the remainder of the year is the on-the-job training portion where we actually place you with employers. And these are roles, you're earning the A+ certification from CompTIA. So these are entry-level roles: tech support specialist, help desk, desktop support admin, those types of positions. Our first cohort is starting in August and we are already full, but we are opening another cohort in January and the deadline to apply is in December. And I would encourage coming even earlier than that because this apprenticeship filled much, much faster than we thought that it would. So I encourage you to apply early for that January start. Just a little bit here about what apprentices learn. As I said, it's 14 weeks in the classroom, hands-on, in-person instruction by one of Gateway's highly qualified college instructors. So we didn't send this out for somebody else to teach. This is one of our regular IT instructors who's been teaching this content for many, many years, and he's fabulous. So that first 6 weeks, apprentices are going to be spending some time looking at hardware, mobile devices, prepping for core exam 1. There's 2 core exams in the A+ certification, and we have built into this program prep time for those core exams so that every apprentice is going to be 100% prepared for the exam. The second section, weeks 7 through 12, are going to be more about software, right? Security, cloud computing, installing and supporting Windows operating systems, all of that kind of stuff. Also, again, built-in prep for core exam 2. The last couple weeks, we actually extended a little bit of time in the classroom because we want to make sure that every single apprentice is job ready. It ended up being kind of funny because so many of our apprentices that we've accepted this go round have already been working professionals and they're doing a career change or something like that. But we really did want to take this time anyway, even if you're someone who has career history and knows all about professional etiquette. It's good to kind of do that through the IT lens. So we actually hired somebody who has IT experience to develop this portion of the curriculum so that they're really focusing in not just in kind of issues that are specific to IT in the workplace, but also things that have happened post-COVID or through COVID, right? Because IT now takes up even more space in our lives than it did before, certainly in mine. And so we want to make sure that our apprentices have enough time to do a really deep dive into what this environmental, what this IT environment really looks like on the job now. So those are some of the things that apprentices will be learning. But I know the big question really is, but what money am I going to make, right? Everybody needs to know, how much money am I going to make? It's a hugely important question. I should highlight, this is guaranteed placement with local employers. Those who are successful in earning the A+ certification and make it all the way through are ready to be placed with one of our partnering employers. And we have several, and we're getting more every day. And so there's going to be all different kinds of jobs within that, which I won't get into too much now, but if somebody's interested, I certainly can share those details. The minimum to start is $15 an hour for apprentices with an increase to $18 an hour halfway through. So your first 6 months on the job is $15 an hour. The remainder of the time is $18 an hour. That is a minimum that the Department of Labor is requiring. So it's possible some of our employers will offer more, but no one will offer less. There's also a great opportunity for employers and apprentices to get together before they decide where they're going to go, right? So we're going to have a whole employer day. They're going to come and present about their companies and about their jobs and about their company culture. And we're going to talk a lot about fit. And then there'll be some opportunity. We can't guarantee everyone will get the exact job they want, but there'll be some opportunity maybe for apprentices to pick their top 3, and we'll do the best we can to place them in one of those companies. And then once they get there, they are assigned a mentor at the workplace. I don't know about you, but I have had a couple jobs in my life where I just kind of felt like I got dropped into the deep end of the pool and I had no idea what to do next, right? We want to make sure that that does not happen. So every apprentice will have a mentor at their workplace that they'll be checking in with probably every day, at least once a week, and then working together with that mentor to check in with Gateway once a month so that we can just kind of do a quick check-in. How are you doing? What's going really well? What's been troublesome? That helps us make the program better and better as we go. So just a little bit of detail about how to apply, and I don't want to go over my time, so you guys let me know if I'm taking too much time. It is a competitive process, okay? So you have to at least be 18 years of age. There's a background screen and drug test, and you also need to submit a current resume. Even if you don't have work history, your high school resume or your recent resume is fine. You will also go through a live interview process with myself and several members of my staff and the instructor. And we do that because this is a commitment, right? This is a one-year commitment. It's also, you'll see there, mostly funded by WIOA. All of our apprentices right now have just been approved for WIOA funding. And once, Arizona at Work gives those funds away, they don't get them back. So it's kind of our responsibility to make sure that anyone coming into this program and accepted to this program is a really good fit for it and they're prepared for it. So it is 14 weeks in the classroom, 6-hour days, Monday through Thursday. It's about 8 to 2:30 or 3. And then when you move into the job, that is going to be a 40-hour-a-week job. So full-time. This is actually right now not eligible for credit, which means you cannot use traditional college financial aid, but no worry, we got the WIOA funding available. If you're a veteran, we're eligible for GI Bill. And then we also have grants if for some reason somebody didn't fall into one of those categories, we can still assist with tuition. As I mentioned, our first cohort starts August 9th and it's already full. 15 spots per cohort and 3 cohorts counting this one this academic year. So we have a January start and then a start in May. I think I already went over most of this. This is a link to our website. So all of those things, the application packet with application, instructions for how to get your official high school transcript or GED, all of that information is there on the website, and we'll send this link out along with the PowerPoint for anyone who wants to check it out. Or you can just go to Gateway's main page and type in Tech Support Specialist Apprenticeship, or apprenticeship in general will get you there. This was already covered by our College Depot friends, but just to drive it home, benefits of apprenticeship are many, not just for the apprentice, but also for employers and other folks out, in the community. It's fast and affordable. This is industry driven. We built this apprenticeship off a nationally recognized industry credential that's highly desired. So there's no question that this is going to be beneficial work experience. There's the paid work experience, excellent job outlook. And then we also found out recently that more than 90% of apprentices are staying with their company beyond the duration of their program. This one's only a year. We have some that are 5 years long, and those folks are still staying longer than that 5 years because they just have had such a good experience and feel really comfortable with their company when they end. There is also always an opportunity for college credit. We're looking at the prior learning credit so that if you did want to go on and earn a degree at Gateway or any of our sister colleges, you certainly can. And then, of course, we've got some swag. So every good apprenticeship has swag, right? So that's me at the top. I'm Jessica. I've got Yasmir and Vita working with me in the apprenticeship office. You can reach out to any one of us. Remember, the deadline to apply was June 30, but that should be updated now to December 15th because that'll be the deadline for our January cohort. So that is it for me, and I will stick around if anyone has any questions.
Thanks, Jessica, for your great information. Now, next person is Cal Mitchell from Construction Trades Institute from Southbound Community College. Welcome, sir.
Awesome. Thank you, Robert. And thank you, everybody, for having me here tonight. So just like one of my fellow colleagues, I might have a hard time with Microsoft Teams. So let me try. Let's see what I can do. All right. Perfect. Everybody seeing that?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Thank you for that. All right. Well, good evening, everybody. Like Robert says, my name is Kyle Mitchell. I'm a program manager here at South Mountain Community College. I work for the Vice President of Learning's office. My official duties include overseeing our extended campuses out in Guadalupe and Levine. And then the other half is managing special projects and initiatives for our Vice President of Learning. And so our new construction trades is one of those projects. So before we get started, I'm going to just do a really quick background on this. So South Mountain Community College has been a transfer institution for the past 40 years. And so we haven't had a lot of workforce training or really workforce programs. It wasn't until our Vice President, Dr. Namuo, came, and what we did for the first time in the history of South Mountain is we created what we call an academic master plan. So most of those plans happen for any institution you go to, but it forecasts basically where you want to go and where you want to be the next 5 to 10 years. And so out of that, we started looking at what our community really was thriving in. What occupations was South Phoenix really known for? What were we producing? And at the end of the day, we looked through different data hubs. We narrowed everything down to our service area, which is everywhere from the I-10 by Arizona Mills, all the way down the baseline corridor to the new 202, and then up to the 17. So that area we pretty much cover. And so what we found in the data was that construction trades was a huge one. A lot of our craftsmen, craftswomen come from South Phoenix. And so we were looking at what type of training is available in a direct entry point. And so that's how we developed our CTI, was really looking at our shareholders, both internally and externally, and looking to the community. And so that's what the CTI is the fruition of all of that for our community. And so for one thing, one of the greatest things that we have for our CTI is what we call industry alignment. And so what that means is we have the curriculum that we have, that everybody has, right? Just the black and white paper. But what we do is we go a step further, and we actually invite our industry partners to come and talk with our faculty to look at the curriculum and see what stuff is archaic and see what stuff needs to be updated to modern terms. Because that's what everybody wants, is the newest training, right? You want to understand what's happening in today's market, not what was practiced in theory years ago. And so that's what we strive for. And so we term that industry alignment. And it's a really great thing. It's been phenomenal. The other thing is that we are focused strictly on entry level. And so we're looking at anybody off the street who has never swung a hammer before, never changed out a stall, we're the place for you. Because that's what we're looking for, is really to take that entry point, put you through training, and then get you directly into the workforce. Our program is hybrid, so we do have some online content and we do have a lot of hands-on. We also have presentations from our partners. All of our curriculum is in alignment with NCCER. The other thing is, let's see. So we do have a lot of scholarships available for every trade. So just like before, this program is certified by the Department of Education, which means that it is certified for any FAFSA, aka the Pell Grant. The other thing is we are on the EPTL list with Arizona at Work. So this is fully funded 100% through WIOA funding. And for those individuals who are not able to take advantage of those opportunities, we do have other scholarship opportunities. One thing I do want to mention, I think one thing that's really, really great about Arizona at Work is Arizona at Work actually works directly with DACA students. So if you yourself are a DACA, or you have somebody in your family and they need to get some type of educational training, they can actually go through Arizona at Work and then go through WIOA funding for that. I can share the information with Robert with my contact at the end of this presentation. So one thing that's really exciting, and this is a schedule we actually built before the pandemic happened. We looked at the end user, right? So everything we do has to be student focused, has to be student beneficial at the end of the day. And so we looked at our data with our students at South Mountain. We noticed that a lot of times when you have to take classes for more than once a week, it's a lot of stress on the family, right? Stress on the family, stress on the students. I have to come back. I have other things going. So what we decided to do was to isolate one full day to each trade. So by the little diagram in front of us, every Tuesday is carpentry day. So carpentry students will be there every Tuesday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., Wednesday electrical, and then plumbing Thursday. So far, none of the students have complained. They actually love it. A lot of them are able to work full time outside of that. And so that's something that, again, going towards what students need, how they can, easily navigate their life outside the classroom, we found the schedule to be the most beneficial. Once a week, it works out perfectly. So our program structure, like I said, a hybrid, each one of these consists of 16 credits across the board. And so let's say you come into South Mountain, you say, all right, I want to be part of the carpentry program. So we would tell you what you're in store for. You're in store for 4 foundational courses, which are the things you start off with right away. So we have a safety class, we have power tools, we have construction math, which is calculations, and we have blueprint reading. So during the safety, what we're going to do this semester is we're actually going to certify all of the students with OSHA 10 cards. And so that's something that really helps you out. It's kind of like, if you think of it, it's a really good certification that will impact you and help you out anywhere within construction in that industry, because safety is our top priority. And so that's what we're doing as an added incentive for students. Power tools, self-explanatory, right? How to navigate different things. Calculations, that's something everybody has a struggle with. I know I do, not the greatest math whiz. And so what we do is we team up with our tutors, and our tutors actually come in and they do workshops with students. So that way they feel empowered, they feel confident in their skills, and they get through that. The next thing we move on to is blueprint reading. And kind of really, sorry about that, classroom right now. A light went out behind me. So after we do blueprint reading, they moved into their trade specific. So if they're carpentry, they'll go into flooring, wall systems, and then electrical there, and then plumbing also. Overall, we do have 2-level programs. 2-level certificates, sorry. So we have a level 1, which focuses only on residential. And that's what Robert was talking about earlier. So that's 16 credits within 16 weeks. So for example, last fall was our first semester ever. We had our students start in August, and by Christmas, everybody who wanted to work was working. One thing that was a really amazing opportunity is one of our students who went through our electrical program, he's a single father, was out of work, pandemic and everything else, but he was able to actually go through our electrical program, get hired on with our industry partner, and able to buy Christmas presents for his family. So that was super phenomenal. And I just love sharing that because that shows how quick and easy our process is to get through this program. Our level 2 certificate focuses on commercial. So more of the bigger companies. We're still working through the curriculum right now. So we're doing that curriculum alignment right now. So we're hopefully launching level 2 in the spring. So spring 22, that will be coming. One thing that makes us unique at South Mountain is our Student Success Center. So earlier in the presentation, I talked about South Mountain being a transfer institution. Well, when you bring workforce and you bring different things, a lot of times, it's always, well, where's that going to fit? What are we going to do with that? And so what we did is we built a Student Success Center because our construction institute is actually on the north side of our campus, kind of away from all the other stuff. And so what we did is we built a Student Success Center, and it's a sticky place in a sense of where all of our students congregate there. We have tables, we have chairs, we have computers, we have a microwave, we have a refrigerator, and it's pretty much a glorified break room. That's why I tell everybody. But it's a good thing because all of our trade students use that. So if you're in there, you're going to be in there with your cohort, with other individuals going through the class with you. Whenever the faculty issue homework and give that out, a lot of times that homework happens right there in the center. So organically, people come together and they're able to get that completed. Here's our industry partners. So we have our first founding partner, which is Brewer Companies with plumbing. We have 3G, which is with our carpentry framers. And then we have Haskins Electric with our electrical. We obviously, our biggest general contractor partner right now is McCarthy. Possible Yaqui Tribe, because they did help us out with scholarship funding for our first year, which was last year. And then we have Build Your Future, who are just so adamant and so driven to bring the trades back to the spotlight. Here in Arizona, specifically here within Phoenix, that the housing market is what drives everything. Well, the housing market is starting to slow down even before the pandemic because a lot of individuals were retiring from the trades, but they don't have a new workforce to replenish that. One thing I tell everybody is that you can enter our program just like anybody else can, but it doesn't mean that that's going to be your end goal forever. if you know construction, you know individuals in there, a lot of times they move around, right? They move and they elevate and they fast track up. For example, McCarthy has a great program of once you start with their company, they get you directly into an apprenticeship and they get you a career fast track. So that way they let you know if you dedicate this amount of time, this is where you're going to go. And on top of that, you have the option to be mobile, move around the nation, go to different job sites, learn different things. So those are just some great opportunities that our industry partners do provide for us. One of the greatest things is after completion of the certificate, you're guaranteed an interview with all of our partners. So if you want to work for Brewer, you can meet with Brewer. If you want to work with 3G, you're going to meet with 3G. And throughout the semester, they're going to be there. They're going to talk to you about their company, their culture, their career path, and all the benefits and incentives they offer their employees. Because at the end of the day, we get the students where they need to be, and then we give them the opportunity to choose their career in which company they want to go with. I just have some links here. It talks just a little bit about our webpage. We do have an interest form. We do have a highlight story of Mr. Brewer. We also have a video available for our ribbon cutting that took place back in December. So, okay. All right, sorry about that. Did that work?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, all right, sorry about that.
Sharing your valuable information to the masses. Now, the next presenter is Michael Pinner from City of Phoenix. He has another great opportunity for individuals.
Okay. Can everybody see my screen?
Yes, but it's showing your desktop.
Yeah.
Oh, that should not be. Hold on one second. I need to switch. Okay, hold on one second. I'm trying to use one of these little finger things on my tablet. I'm slowly dragging this down. There we go. Okay, let's see if this works. Okay, how's that?
Good to go.
Okay. So thank you everybody for inviting me today to talk about the Street Maintenance Worker 1 apprenticeship program with the City of Phoenix Street Transportation Department. So probably you're all wondering, what is a Street Maintenance Worker 1? So basically our street maintenance workers are the backbone of the street maintenance division. And the street maintenance division for the City of Phoenix is responsible for all of the paved streets that you see in the 526 some square miles of the City of Phoenix. We repair, we create, we also do storm drains, we clear up, we respond to emergencies, particularly after some of the monsoons that we have. And our street maintenance worker ones actually perform all of these tasks using a wide variety of large and small vehicles and power equipment. They might be setting up barricades, lane cones, warning signs. They perform street repair projects. Again, I mentioned weather emergencies. They obtain a CDL license, which I'll talk about in a little bit. Dump trucks, backhoes, both medium and large equipment, all are performed by our street maintenance workers. So what are about our apprenticeship program? What our apprenticeship program does is it offers an upfront, like many of the other programs that are mentioned, upfront hands-on training to prepare you to succeed not only as a in the street transportation department as a street maintenance worker, but also throughout the city of Phoenix. Um, our workers are in high demand, and if you know anything about the city of Phoenix, once you get into a certain position, you can, or once you get a position with the city, you can actually transfer to a variety of other departments as well. You get CDL training. We actually pay for your CDL training. That's 160 hours of training, and when you get through it, you are qualified to operate heavy equipment. For those of you that maybe are not looking to stay in the Phoenix area, somebody with a CDL license can go pretty much anywhere in the country and probably around the world. Very highly sought after. We also have on-the-job mentoring to reinforce training and to gain new experiences. So once you go through our 6-week training program of hands-on, we're not going to just throw you out there. We're going to actually pair all of our apprentices up with somebody who's been in the field for a while, and will be able to assist them in learning the job, learning new jobs, learning new skills. The other thing is we have a non-competitive promotion to Street Maintenance Worker 2 at 12 months. So the Street Maintenance Worker starts at $16.32. You get a pay increase at 18 months. And then, I'm sorry, not at 18 months, at 6 months. And then after 12 months, you are actually promoted automatically to a Street Maintenance Worker 2. We are currently going through some compensation studies, and we are very hopeful that we'll find out shortly that all of the pay wages for these various positions will be increasing. Another benefit for the working with the city of Phoenix, of course, is that as the 5th largest city in the country, we have amazing medical, vision, dental, retirement plans. We have shift differentials. We also have a transparent wage schedule. So you will know exactly what you get at each and every step and when that step will occur. So there's no guessing. There's no kind of going in and maybe talking to the boss about, do I get or do I get a increase in pay? They're on a schedule, and you will know when you get a wage increase. We also have unions that will represent all of our street maintenance workers. So anytime that there is bargaining with the city of Phoenix, you are automatically represented, and they will also assist you in navigating your career with the city of Phoenix. The City of Phoenix also offers excellent educational reimbursement for college classes. So if you are someone that is looking to increase your education, you can take a class, and the City of Phoenix will actually reimburse you for that particular class. And then finally, of course, we have very good vacation, sick, and personal leave allowances. We get a number of holidays per year, and for each year that you're a City of Phoenix employee, your vacation and sick time go up accordingly each and every year. Not each and every year, every 5 years. So this is the apprenticeship program is really about creating your future. Our goal is to provide you with a comprehensive and intensive training experience that you can start a career with the City of Phoenix. As I mentioned before, a street maintenance worker, or really any street transportation department employee, is highly sought after, not only around the country, but also in other departments as well. So your opportunity to grow with the City of Phoenix and move around is virtually unlimited. So what is your career opportunity? Basically, the path from street maintenance worker 1 goes all the way up to a street maintenance worker 2, a foreman, foreman 2, foreman 3, all the way up to a street maintenance supervisor. And I'm going to talk about each one of those here and right now. So street maintenance worker one, we've just talked about that. You're basically going to learn the functions of working with asphalt, concrete, drainage. You're going to learn how to maintain and operate equipment. And of course, I mentioned that you're going to get your CDL license as well. You move up to a street maintenance worker two. You start dialing in your skill sets for all the equipment that you're going to be using. You actually begin supervising small crews of street maintenance worker ones. And then you also start to understand some of the legal responsibilities and other responsibilities that you'll have while working for the city of Phoenix and working on a street in the city of Phoenix, because there's a lot of things that we need to do in order to make sure that the public is safe while they're driving their cars down the city of Phoenix. So after a street maintenance worker two, you become a foreman one. And again, you're transitioning out of sort of the everyday manual labor, and you're transitioning into more of a supervisory position here. So you're going to be supervising larger crews and equipment operations. You're going to be the one that's going to keep that work moving. You're going to be working with your crews to improve efficiency and ensure their safety while doing it. Foreman ones become foreman twos, conduct field operations. We get involved in right-of-way permits, as well as Arizona blue staking. If you're not familiar with Arizona blue staking, we can't just go out and dig. We actually have to make sure that there aren't any utilities underneath the ground where we're working at. Super important to learn that. And again, that's just another skill that you could take to another construction company, and you can tell them, I know how to do that. And you're going to also supervise the asphalt crews, the concrete crews, and the drainage operations for all City of Phoenix roads. So that's local roads, that is arterials, and all of our alleys as well. Foreman twos become foreman threes. So again, you're transitioning more and more into a supervisory position. You're going to be reviewing the daily reports of the various crews. You're actually going to be overseeing all the foremen that are in the field, and you're going to be ensuring that all the work is done safely and efficiently, and you will be responsible for one of 4 city sections. So a very large area that you're going to be responsible for. Again, you're talking about leadership skills, you're talking about communication skills, you're talking about skills that you will be able to take in any other position around the country or around the world. Finally, we have a supervisor. A supervisor is basically going to supervise all of the staff engaged in the roadwork, cleaning, and storm drain facility maintenance. So they are kind of the top of the food chain in terms of street maintenance workers. They provide direction on city and department policies, and they actually get involved in tracking annual operating costs as well as budget. So again, you're looking at skill sets that will be able to be transferred to a wide variety of other applications or other jobs. If you want to know a little bit more about the program, please reach out to me. That is my email at the top. And then down below, Raymond Cruz or Ray Cruz, he is actually a street maintenance supervisor, and he would be more than happy to talk to you about his career path. He did start off as a street maintenance worker one, and has worked all the way up to a street maintenance supervisor, and he is a fantastic resource to talk to about not only the positions, but working with the city as well. And with that, that's all I have.
Thank you, Michael, for that great information. So now we're going to transition to, last but not least, Jasper Mata. He's with the Euro program, so he's going to talk more about his specific program. Thanks for joining us, Jasper.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Let me know if you can see my PowerPoint. Perfect.
Yes.
You're good.
Thank you. Well, my name is Jasper Mata. I am the Recruitment and College Outreach Manager for the Europe program. As many of you know, the Europe program is a nonprofit program helping young adults with college success, as well as career opportunities and career advancement and development. We've been around for 20 years. We've been here in Arizona going a little over 6 years, and I've been with the organization here in Arizona. I'm a native of Arizona, so I was very excited to see this program come to Arizona and offer the students opportunities here where they're able to even take their talent outside of Arizona as they graduate as an alumni. So I'll talk a little bit about that. But as you can see, our college partnerships are Gateway Community College and Southern New Hampshire University. Those are the two college partners that have really joined with us in providing a career pathway and some college courses and training to help these young adults prepare for their internship, as well as pursuing their associate's degree, bachelor's degree, and master's degree. So again, we are not only a workforce development program, but we help students build confidence in college so that they can continue to pursue higher education as they are working full-time at these top companies and being provided college tuition reimbursement. So we know many of the challenges that our young adults have is really not having access to higher education based on the cost of it. So we definitely provide scholarship opportunities for our students. Again, our program is free, and many people say, how do you get your funding? So the top companies, we have over 250 top companies across the US. Here in Arizona, we have 27 that really sponsor our students through an internship program for the last 6 months of the program. And the reason why is because they're looking to hire young talent in entry-level positions here in Arizona, as well as across the US. And I'll share more information about that. But as you can see here, what the Euro program is, it really empowers young adults ages 18 to 26 to really move from thinking about a job, but more towards a career. You know, there are many career opportunities out there, and there's, you know, many companies are now finding that many of the talent that is coming into these entry-level roles, that these young adults are very talented and they can fill those positions and continue to support them through new training while they're working for them full time. So they've really identified in the market, the workforce, is that, you know, we have plenty of young talent out there. All they need is the opportunity to learn and gain experience, as well as the training and education that they need. So that's what we do. We support students and prepare them to be not only college successful, but as well as internship ready and career readiness through professional development. So in a nutshell, that's what the Europe program is. And who do we serve? So we serve really motivated young adults that really are seeking an opportunity to really grow professionally or really gain access to work experience or find a job, more so of a career. Anyone that is 18 to 26 years of age, we've actually increased our age up to 26. We've found that from the 24 years of age to 26, there were still many young adults disconnected from career pathways as well as education for whatever reason. So there was a lot of data that showed that Europe was committed to really work with young adults past the age of 24 and serve them up to the age of 26. So any student that has a high school diploma or GED qualifies for our program. Any student also that is U.S. citizen, permanent resident. We also work with DACA recipients that have an employment authorization card. We scholarship our DACA students 100%. Just last year, we gave over $100,000 in scholarships to DACA students here in Arizona. And many times it saddens me that a lot of times we can't find these young adults. So a lot of the scholarships and these internship seats go unfilled because, you know, we're trying to find where are these young adults and how can we help them find out more about the Europe program and these great programs that you just heard about today. So if you know anyone, definitely share this information. So those students that are really interested in Europe, they will be enrolling at Gateway Community College or Southern New Hampshire University as a full-time student. Obviously, you know, filling out their FAFSA, you know, obviously College Depot does a great job in helping students fill out FAFSA. Many of the advisors and individuals in this place understand how important for students to fill out a FAFSA because many of them qualify for a Pell Grant, right? And that's free money for the students to really cover their college tuition while in our program. So we also serve students that are interested in the business track and the technology track. And I'll share more information in regards to what are some of the internship roles within these two major tracks. And students sometimes, you know, look at, you know, I'm not sure about the business track. I just think I'm going to work in a contact center, or I don't want to be in a call center. That's not the case. So many of our students in our entry-level positions are really doing some great internship roles, and I'll share those here in the next few slides. But here's how the program works. I wanted to talk about how the program works. Students are actually paid while in our program. The great thing about it is obviously our program is free. We are the nonprofit, but if they are going to enroll in one of our community, the community college or our university, obviously our Pell Grants, our scholarships will be helping to cover those tuition costs for our students. So in the first phase of the program, it's called Learning and Development. These are where our young adults are taking not only their academic classes at one of these two colleges within the career track that they're interested in, they're also taking workshops to build their professionalism, to get them internship ready and career readiness. So the year program does those classes and the curriculum to prepare them for that. And with our partnership with these colleges are really building their technical skills and ability to really learn. So students learn critical thinking, problem solving skills, proper email etiquette, handshake, networking opportunities. So we build those things that really aren't taught at a university at times or even a community college. We're going straight into building the soft skills and the skills necessary for them to be internship ready and get into the workforce. And that's what we do. So students earn $50 a week, which is $200 a month. They are getting that educational stipend as a support. Many of our counselors and student advisors, they are instructors from Gateway Community College and Southern New Hampshire University. So they specifically work directly with our students at these colleges, and it provides these young adults a learning community and really more focused to help them be successful in college. And then we obviously provide them the resources along with that. Some of the training that they'll be getting obviously is also working towards certifications like CompTI, and that's through Gateway Community College as well. We guide them through that through career guidance, constant feedback, and there's a behavioral contract that helps build them with accountability and working towards their internship. Once they gain, they're all guaranteed an internship. They have to earn it. They gain an internship and we match them with top companies here in Arizona. Now they're earning $150 a week, which is $600 a month in the last 6 months of the program. So the program is just 1 year, and the last 6 months is that internship opportunity for them to gain hands-on training, the corporate internship, and professional networking while at there. And once they've done a great job and they graduated from the Europe program, the third phase is really providing them long-term career and higher education ongoing. So as an alumni, they will forever get support. We partner with the program called UPro. So that means this young adult for the rest of their life can get support through the Year Up program as additional resources. So I won't go into all detail on this, but as you can see here, many of the support systems that our young adults receive is academic support, professional support, the resources such as professional clothing. Many of our young adults that have seen our students go on the campus, they're dressed professionally. Even in our virtual environment that we've been here most currently, we've been so successful, even in a virtual environment with the added training and development that these young adults have gained additional skills working in a virtual environment. Obviously, ongoing resume building, cover letter, networking, working with our LinkedIn partnership to help develop their LinkedIn accounts, and then providing them exposure to top companies here in Arizona. In the 6 months, like I mentioned, it will be in a virtual environment for the fall. The spring, we hoping that our Gateway campus, because of it's our partnership, they're starting to open up slowly. But as we are finding out if things change, the majority right now for the fall, the classes will be done virtually. Students will at times be able to get some virtual internships. So many of our companies, most currently now, many of our students that were in our program during the pandemic were given the technology to take home. So if you can imagine PayPal, American Express, JP Morgan Chase, providing these young adults technology to take home and entrusting them with the security and the information to help them gain that experience. So the great thing will still happen within our program. We provide the technology for young adults to build that. So as you can see here, not only learning the business communication and professional skills, the technical skills will be aligned with the information technology, IT help desk, business operations, business finance, project management, software development, and computer programming. And again, they will be full-time college students at either Gateway Community College or Southern New Hampshire University, Monday through Friday from 8 to 4. And we align that schedule. Not every student is going to be online during all that time, but they will be provided a schedule so that they can align their outside responsibilities if they have to work part-time. So we know that $200 a month may not be sufficient in the first 6 months. So we see many students working part-time, and they've been successful in doing that as well. Now they get to their internship. This is a great opportunity where students, they can see the top companies that we intern our students at: PayPal, Charles Schwab, financial institutions, Wells Fargo, CVS Health is another one, and JP Morgan Chase. And again, these students are provided actual internship roles, such as a junior engineer at American Express, either a client service associate at Bank of America, a relationship banker with JP Morgan Chase, or even a software developer with PayPal or CVS Health. So again, during this internship, they're earning $600 a month during their internship and applying what they've learned in the first 6 months of the program at their internship, as we've help them be internship ready and career ready so that they can potentially get a job offer while in the program. This slide shows a little bit more detail about additional internship roles in the business track and financial services track and operations. Many young adults are actually fraud analysts at American Express, anti-money laundering specialists at Bank of America. You also look at financial services with Nationwide as an analyst, or even telephone banking with JP Morgan Chase, disability claims with Prudential, or even medical billing with CVS. So many great opportunities for our young adults to gain access to many options out there. So these top companies, again, have sponsored our students. That's how we get our funding, because they're looking for young talent here in Arizona, and many of our young adults can fill those entry-level positions. Talk a little bit about the two colleges. Obviously, Gateway Community College students can work towards an associate's degree in organizational management, network technology, or computer information systems, and some of the other tracks that I shared. But those are the three, the major tracks only at Gateway Community College. We are located at the Central City campus. So the first slide that you saw, those were our young adults pictured in front of the Central City campus there at Gateway Community College. And again, it is a credit-based, and it will be funded through Pell Grants and scholarships that we provide our students in there. And obviously, our other partnership is Southern New Hampshire University, where the business track is the only thing offered there. It is in the East Valley location in East Mesa. It is a competency-based, project-based learning module, which convert to college credits, and also covered through Pell Grants and scholarships as well. Some of the outcomes that I just wanted to share that, we've served over 1,000 students year to date, 240 this last year. And the great thing about the success rate of the Europe program, you saw all the support that we provide. 92% of our students that go through our program and graduate from Europe are working full-time, received a full-time offer with these top companies, making well over $40,000 a year as an average starting salary. And sometimes students decide, I just want to go full-time education. So whatever the student chooses and the options that they want, we help them and guide them through that process as well. So just wanted to share the success rate is really high, and we're very intentional in what we do to support our young adults. This slide here really shows in regards to, we are across the U.S. We have over 27 cities across the U.S. that have a Europe program. And like I mentioned, we have over 250 top companies across the U.S. that are working with our program and working with our young adults, providing internship opportunities as well as career opportunities, and hiring them on within our program. The great thing about anyone here in Arizona that graduates from the Europe program and would love to move out of the state of Arizona, and if they're really interested in technology, we actually have partnerships in the Bay Area, the Silicon Valley area, with Google, Facebook, Netflix, Hulu. We had a TikTok video that went viral with over 2.5 million views that one of our young alumni shared about her journey and working at Hulu in technology. So great opportunity for students to gain access to our other locations across the U.S. as well. And then some of our deadlines in regards to this, so we do have a class starting in the fall, August 17th, and we also have a spring class starting in January. So those young adults that are interested in going on, they can actually College Depot does have our information. Gateway Community College also has our information, so you can gain going onto our website and joining onto our program. And just a little bit in regards to what our program admissions process looks like. You join what we call an information session. You will receive an application to fill out. We'll schedule your interview with our admissions team, and we prepare you for that. And we accept you into the program and enroll you into one of our colleges in our program. And then just final information here. This is my information there. My name is Gaspar Mata, Recruitment and College Outreach Manager, and some information there. And this is also the link that you can submit your interest form if you're interested. I have shared that with Mr. Olmos in sharing this information. So that's all I have.
Oh, thank you, Jasper, for all that great information. Now, if anybody's interested, we have a Q&A for our next couple minutes. And you could ask any of our presenters any questions about their programs or anything of that nature. Also, this is recorded, so this is going to go on our website probably within a week or so. So you'll be able to see it if you missed this presentation. You have about 3 minutes, and then we'll end at about 6:20. But I just want to thank each one of you, Shayna, Jessica, Kyle, Michael, and Jasper, for your time and dedication and just bringing this information to the masses.
Thank you for having us.
Sure. Welcome.
Yes, thank you.
Sure.
Yeah, great collaboration, Robert. Appreciate it.
Sure.
Yep. Thank you very much.
Sure. You're welcome. Thank you, guys.
I think all the students have left the
Yeah, they just
the-
center. So
so I'm gonna stop recording now.
for the collaboration, and hopefully we could